You're the Warrior of Light?
Was. But that time has long passed, and the memories of my short spell as this realm's hero have faded into obscurity. Now I am naught but the tottering old fool you see standing before you.
What could such a vaunted personage want with a witch? Or have you taken to purging heretics in your old age?
Nothing so grim as that, Azure Witch. I was simply observing your journey. Can you blame me for seeking an escape from the tedium of my existence? I say your journey, yes, but you were not alone. Far from it. Together you walked with those who would fell chaos and bring an end to the prophecy's stranglehold. And together you walked with one who would save his beloved Palamisia, who for his efforts was rewarded with betrayal.
You know of him?
Aye, and I am well familiar with your devotion to him. And while it may be true that you are a heretic, anathema to Palamisia and its esoteric laws, you are still human. You have not strayed too far from that path to return to it.
Why should I listen to what you have to say?
Indeed. I know as well as any that words are wind. May I ask the chance to prove my trustworthiness?
Why not? It seems there is little else for me to do.
Hello and welcome back to Mobius Final Fantasy to Season 2, where still the prologue, where we just finished with a Warrior of Light and Cid approached Maya next. So let's see what her path gives. Oh, this actually works. Because we can use ultimate jobs, I wanted to see if they require the use job beneath them to be a Maya job, but that is not the case. I have a sub job, I have Yuna currently.
Wither!
Okay, but that was just a test. I switched Yuna back to the other Maya job I have here. Okay, Betrayal's Remorse. Betrayal's Remorse, okay.
I sense a great many questions must be bubbling to the surface of your thoughts. Ask, and I shall answer.
Curious that you were the Warrior of Light, yet your name is Cid?
Very curious indeed. I did not always go by the name I do now. I dare say you know well the name I was born with. You journeyed with one who shares that name. When I could no longer call myself the Warrior of Light, I cut all ties with my former life, and so Cid I became. But Palamisia is a jealous mistress. It took the name I discarded and wove it into its prophecy so that none would forget it. Me most of all. Countless souls since have been cursed to bear that name, most meeting violent ends.
Even those Palamisia would shun know the name of the Warrior of Light.
A cursed legacy that can be traced back to me. If not for my actions, the prophecy would never have taken hold of this land and its people. So much suffering. They would be free to live without the fear of being struck down at the whim of a cruel and heartless world.
The time to wallow in self-pity is long past. No measure of regret will bring back those we have lost. Would that it could.
Of course. My apologies, young witch.
Wait a second. Is that just a cliffside, or is it... It looks almost like buildings here, you know? Here in the cliffside. Just two turns.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Wither! Huh? Huh? Stop right there!
I know that look. What seems to be troubling you?
I don't mean to concern you. You remind me of him. Something about the way you carry yourself. I feel that if he had been fortunate enough to reach old age, he may have turned out much like you.
You are more right than you know. I was the first Warrior of Light, and the mold on which all further would be based. So everyone, even the one you loved, bears some resemblance to me, but that resemblance is superficial. For the deeds we commit throughout life leave a much more indelible mark. The man you hold dear to your heart would have looked far different from me, for he had the courage to stand by your side. I abandoned my charge. Instead of being her shield, I sent Sera outside this realm.
But Sera is, or was, in Palamisia.
Aye, but the prophecy is more than just the Warrior of Light. A hero needs a damsel to save. Sarah will forever be a part of Palamecia's tale. For as long as the prophecy demands fulfillment, she is fated to fall into the arms of the Warrior of Light, whomsoever he may be. I could not bear to see the Sarah I loved trapped by her destiny, so I found a way to take her far away from Palamecia's reach. But alas, a new Sarah took the place of the old. I wonder if I made the right choice.
And the lines marking your face tell me you still have not arrived at a satisfactory answer.
Such is the curse of old age and idle thoughts.
That may be, but even the young can be haunted by their past.
These battles are a little bit too easy, but I know Season 2 will whack me if I go on hard. So, I'd rather have too easy than too hard. And for the sake of progressing the story, easy also is the thing to do. If I was playing on my own, I might just try to spend 20 minutes on fighting a single mob. That would be probably the only 20 minutes I played every day, but
I will face you. I got excited
oh well.
watching that.
That is a curious path you're taking here. Before you lie two paths. Down one, a relatively safe journey. Down the other, hardship. Relatively safe? Knowing where we are, I would say a trap lies down that one. How else would Palamecia test me? Ah, have you forgotten recent events? There is no longer any need to weed out heretics or foster heroes. Choose the path you wish to walk. I suppose it makes sense. It will take some time to become accustomed to this new world. Oof. This is the short path, right? 4 3 battles. I suppose this is the dangerous path. Because it has the boss symbols. Hello, Behemoth.
I will be the victor.
A well-earned victory.
Enough!
Die. Or not. Now you die. Hello, Armsman.
On to the next fight.
Dark Moogle Dark. Ja, why not?
Papa, I'm too proud of you.
Thanks, Echo. Guardian's Altar, the Golem. Cute.
Nothing can stop me. In the place of hope, Palamecia has been flooded with chaos.
In time it shall recover. In time, all memory of this too shall be swept away. Any engulfed in this dark current shall lose all recollection of who they were, how they lived before you came along.
One only need touch the surging flow and all memory of hope will abandon them. Yet along with that shall go all memory of despair. Such a simple path to freedom.
If that is the path you wish to tread.
No, not now. Saying farewell to my memories means saying goodbye to the one I loved. No freedom is worth that.
You are stronger than I gave you credit for.
Quite the opposite. In this new world devoid of laws, there is no order for a heretic to defy, no framework around which to define herself. It is not due to courage that I hold on to my past, but out of fear of losing myself in the uncertain future ahead.
And the same path as a warrior.
My future is mine to create. Stop right there! Your story ends here.
Doesn't Haven't seen you in a while, Ahriman. And we're friends.
Wither!
We can die together.
A well-earned victory.
What a surreal scene. Here I am standing and talking with you, while my true self slumbers within that crystal. Was it Palamisia that deemed me worthy of such a fate?
Of that I have little doubt.
I wonder why. Why not simply erase me? Countless other heretics have met with that fate.
Mayhap Palamisia still has a role in mind for you. All three of you. The heretical witch, the warrior of light, and of course, the princess. You have ensured that Palamisia shall set aside a place for you in the tale to come.
Even though we fought tooth and nail to bring its system crashing down?
That gives Palamisia all the more reason to try and use you.
I see. This world will continue to treat its inhabitants like fodder for its schemes.
Perhaps, but there is merit in resistance, hence why I am speaking to you now. Come what may, I ask that you do all in your power to keep from falling into Palamisia's machinations. Defy them.
You would have us fight once again?
Of course he would. I totally believe Sid is part of Palamisia's system by now. He plays the role he's meant to play. This crystal is differently colored than the one the Warrior of Light had. Interesting.
Cascading strength.
Oh, I didn't switch out Omega. Oh well.
I will end the spiral of conflict. For the hope of the world. Sins of time eternal. I will do it without false hope.
My spirit burns with the flames of desire.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Sounds hot, man.
I will cast them away. Please. Sins of time eternal. Resonate! I will end the spiral of conflict!
None can resist my splendor. What if I wish to stay like this, asleep, submerged in my memories?
What a pleasant thought. To sleep peacefully, forever reliving your most precious moments. Many would indeed make that choice if they could. That is, if there was a guarantee they would not awaken.
What did you choose?
My fate is to remain in this crystal for all time. Even should the memories of my glory sour, there is little for me to do outside of the crystal. You lot, however, are quite different. Before you lies a multitude of paths, each with its own outcome. All you need do is choose one.
You make it sound like a chance I should be grateful to have. But I know I shall be met with suffering, no matter the road I choose to walk.
It doesn't mean the path is not worth it.
Be gone!
Nothing, Poopo. Let's approach the crystal and see what awaits. In a Palamisia bereft of its memories, you alone chose to bear that burden. Yes, but I realize that it would be prudent to hide my past from those around me. A wise choice. Be aware also that the memories you keep hidden, those self-same memories you mean to use as a bedrock, may themselves weigh you down in the world to come. How? What should you know of such things? Nostalgia can be comforting, but it can also prove stifling. Take it from one who has spent many nights lost in memories of his youth and vainglory. Memories which Palamisia made into prophecy, which it shaped around itself. But that story, and the memories which gave rise to it, are over. Nevertheless, I will take care with my own. In a world without a past, it is all I can hope to do.
You can't withstand this! Fate! Bear with me, if you will.
Let the show begin.
Maya versus Maya. Stunt.
I'll try.
None can resist my splendor.
But it was.
I could not accept the fate he was dealt, that he was rewarded for his devotion with betrayal. Was I supposed to ignore this realm's transgressions against him? No, so I endeavored to change the world, and perhaps with that find some measure of justice.
Very few would attempt such a feat, let alone achieve it.
I gave little thought to what would come after. Perhaps there is no need.
Will you fall into chaos like the rest of them and forget? Set yourself free from your past and emerge as a blank slate? There would be no shame in that.
No, I will never part with my memories. My task may be finished, but there is yet much I can do. Palamisia will not remain dormant forever, and when it finally awakens, we must fight. Such is the path I have chosen.
Fascinating. Once you spoke of Palamisia with malice. But I now sense a different emotion. Do you mean to safeguard this world and its inhabitants? Fight for them?
Yes, regardless of the form this world takes. He would have wanted me to protect it, as he did.
In the world to come, your memories may prove a heavy burden. With no memories of their own, few, if any, will understand you. This path you choose to walk may prove to be a solitary one indeed.
Is it any different from when I was a heretic? Lest you forget, I know well what it means to be alone.
Not well.
I must say, I never thought I would one day look upon myself as I slept. How long will we remain like this?
That I cannot say. Likely until such a time as this new Palamecia requires you, if that time comes.
And if it never does, then what?
This world is driven by its lust for greatness. Those with power will never find themselves without a place in it.
For as long as we are deemed useful.
I take it you have no intention of bowing to Palamecia's whims.
How perceptive. Know also that I still view your words with skepticism.
I would expect no less from a witch. Nevertheless, I am grateful we had a chance to speak.
The pleasure was entirely mine. Farewell, First Warrior.
Before you depart, permit me to offer you words of advice. From an old warrior with only his regrets to keep him company.
Yes?
There is time yet to make cherished memories. Do not squander it by mourning the past. A new world gives rise to new possibilities. Seek them out, and somewhere you may also find the seeds of a new hope.
Thank you. Although the pain of my loss has yet to subside, I believe someday it will. And I believe that someday I will meet someone to care for so deeply that it leaves no more room in my heart for regret. Someone to finally set me free from my accursed destiny. That hope burns, no matter how faintly.
The depth of your conviction brooks no doubt. May everything you desire come to pass in time.
Palamecia sinks into chaos. In seeking to destroy this world that betrayed my love, we changed it. And in seeking to protect this world that he loved, we changed it. But in effecting change, we have made the future unclear. What course have we set ourselves upon? There is nothing to do but see it through, with the memories of the departed ever in our thoughts.
Maya's story complete. A summon ticket. 10 ability tickets, 3 ethers. But I will end this episode here. Until next time, when we continue our journey with Princess Sarah this time. Until then, I'm Mace and don't get lost.